Love, light, peace, and abundance, everyone. Thank you for joining me this evening. I know you could have been anywhere on this Thursday evening at 8 p.m. However, you took the time to be present with me and to share space. And for that, I'm grateful. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am Queen Essence. I am the host of Poetry Unraveled. If you are returning, hey, and thank you for coming back. What's up? Um, I do want to shout out Post Poetry Magazine. We are at the end of the month, which means that a new episode is about to come out the first week of February. So be on the lookout for a link to check out the phenomenal poetry from some very talented poets that are sharing their heart through their art with you. So you can look for the link somewhere, wherever this is posted, or go to Pulse Poetry Magazine on all platforms. That's Pulse Poetry Magazine. All right, so today, um, I have an idea that I would like to present, and we'll see how the energy flows. Okay. I was inspired the other night, um, in preparation for bed, actually, to post a video speaking about an idea. And because of what is taking place universally, I thought it would be beneficial for us to revisit this idea together. And then I actually had an experience to ground in the energy of um, what we'll be speaking about this evening. If you've tuned in before, you've heard me speak about how everything is energy, right? We are energy, our experiences are energy, people that we interact with is energy. Everything is energy, and energy is a language. Energy is a form of communication. And depending on how well in tune you are, will determine your ability to communicate in that language on higher levels and higher frequencies. At this time, as a collective, it is important that we recognize the language of energy when it is being spoken, when it is being presented, when it is being imposed upon us. Because our subconscious mind receives everything. Our subconscious mind doesn't miss a beat, as they say. And as children are like blank pages and they record everything, our subconscious mind is that same way, which is why children are that way. However, being mindful of what we allow to be recorded on our pages is important. What we ingest with our eyes, with our ears, with our mouth, with our presence is important at this time. It's always been important. However, I want to highlight the mm, the severity, the intentionality that we need to have in this reality, right? When we're out and we're about and we're around other people, we are intaking that energy. And subconsciously, because we are present, we are agreeing, right? We're making energetic agreements being in that space. When we are having conversations with people and they are sharing ideas with us, and we blindly just digest it without filtering it, without exploring it, without questioning it, without declaring that it is in alignment or it is not in alignment, we are allowing for our energetic signature to be affected, right? We are intaking the energy language without having a proper awareness, right? So when we listen to music, right? That's another example. When we listen to music, we are allowing our subconscious to be programmed. So we wonder, right? For those of us that are observing the dating scene or are part of the dating scene, we wonder why there's such a divide, between men and between women, and then us coming together, right? To be in love, to exude love, to magnify love, to experience and share love. And one can say that the programming, subconscious programming of the music plays a part in that, right? When you spend the majority of your time listening to music that speaks about using, abusing, and humping on the opposite, it can lower the frequency of unity, of oneness, of love. So these examples are to get you in the rhythm of thought of understanding what I mean when I say vibration is a language, right? And we have to be diligent in what we receive, accept, and let in of this energetic language. There is a lot taking place that can bring in lower frequencies if we accept it. And when I say lower frequencies, I mean energies of like confusion, of chaos, of doubt, of fear, particularly because there are unknown factors that are at play. And depending on how connected you are to source, to whomever it is that you identify as the orchestrator, the author of all of this, will determine how guarded you are, how protected you are, how solidified you are, and not allowing the lower frequencies to come in, right? There is a, dare I say, campaign, right, to instill fear in us of the unknown or present ideas that bring about a level of confusion because our listening is not as fine tuned as it could be, in tandem with the trust in this divine orchestration that's taking place, right? And what I mean by that is dependent, well, not dependent, regardless of what your belief structure is, what your religious base is, your practices are, one thing that's universal is that this is a divine plan that's unfolding, right? Many like to reference that we're in a time of revelations, right? If it is that we really believe that or trust that or know that to be the case, then there's a level of security within one's own being, right? One's own, inside of you, there is a um, foundation that cannot be rocked because of something that's happening outside that may cause concern or may bring up a question, because you know that what you see is only the residual or the after effects of something in the unseen being put in place, right? Remember the energy of language, right? Of the language of energy, the language of energy, right? So everything starts in the spiritual first, then it comes into the mental, and then it comes into the it comes into the physical and we're able to see it and bear witness that it was ever a thought, it was ever an idea. So when we apply that and we're seeing what we're seeing, then we can go through the steps and we can trust that it came from the spiritual. And depending on who it is or how it is that you operate within your relationship with source, with spirit, with God, with Jesus, whomever you identify, because remember, this is all universal over here. We are encompassing everyone's belief, everyone's truth, everyone's anchor that they have, right? Everybody's anchor does not have to be the same. As long as you have an anchor, that is what matters. That is what counts. And it is perfectly fine for your anchor to change as you continue to grow and evolve, because what kept you grounded at one point in your growth and development may not continue to keep you grounded as you continue to move